Hey everybody, welcome to Game Reviews and More. This is RogerDeath here, and today there's two things I really want to talk about. First off is this game called Rise of Immortals. It's free to play. It is currently in open beta. It is by these same guys that brought us. Well, that's by Petroglyph. They brought us a failed attempt at doing this style of game before. That one was called Demigod. This one fares a little better, but as you can see, it is not very populated. It is what it would be basically 6:30 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, sounds right. And so, there's a bunch of different characters. If you've played League of Legends or you know what League of Legends is like, then this is that, basically. It's extremely similar. It's got the weekly free champions and everything. I only own one because it takes a lot of coins to unlock somebody permanently, and you really only earn them from playing certain types. Lazarus ready for battle. I've only got the only reason I've got special skins because I played during closed beta. Now, as you can see, it's extremely similar. You can buy basically runes, although you can only equip some at certain levels. Seems like there's not a number there, but there's not. It just looks weird. And it's got a bunch of different modes. You can do 3v3 against bots, beginner or intermediate levels, 2v2s, a 1v1 against enemy bots, or the regular 5v5. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to do 1v1. It's a really fun game. I'm gonna leave the commentary going in the background, but I do have other things to be talking about. First other thing I really want to touch on was I just saw Dirty Stinking Ninja's How to Be a Better Commentary video, and I want to reiterate some of the things he said, although probably not in the same style as him because, frankly, I don't like the way he presented it. Anyway, the first thing he said was this was all PC oriented. So I'm going to continue on that line, and then at the end I'm going to give some opinions on what to do if you're a console gamer. Number one, for PC guys, get Fraps. Fraps is not the only good recorder out there. There are some others. XSplit's fairly decent. There are some other extremely good ones out there. I don't know which ones are the best, but I use Fraps. Some people use Xfire, and it's not horrible. It's not the best either, though. So, you know, it's up to you. Second one, have a good computer. This one I'm very much going to agree with him with. Because the big issue here is that if you don't have a good computer, you can't be recording at a decent frame rate and be able to handle. Basically, when you're recording with Fraps especially, it's using up CPU power more than anything else. Some GPU, but mostly CPU. And what that does is it means that your CPU is basically doing the game twice. And obviously, you really don't want to do that. Everything's still awfully loud, so I'm going to turn it down some. You don't want to overload your computer, because that makes things start to look choppy, and people are going to be dissatisfied. So try and avoid that if you can. His third point, play something different. You know, this is a very good point. A lot of people are getting tired and tired of saying the same 3 or 4 games over and over again. Minecraft, Black Ops, maybe some Modern Warfare 2 in there. But mainly it's just the first two that I touched on. Minecraft and Black Ops. Those are starting to get kind of annoying to see all the time. And I agree with him in that we do need to start seeing some diversity within the community. Playing the same thing over and over and over, even if it's just multiple people, it starts to get boring. That's why I know on a bunch of channels, people do a variety of things. They don't just play all of one style. They will, like I play, on my channel explicitly, I have no Call of Duty right now. Oh, actually, yes, I have some zombie stuff. I have a lot of League of Legends stuff. I have StarCraft 2. I have a whole Resident Evil playthrough. Ninja has that as well. But I mean, the point we're trying to get across here is just don't flood YouTube with the same thing day after day after day. It really does start to get annoying fast because not everybody likes the same thing you do. Fourth thing, dual comms. They can be nice, but they're not a necessity. You really don't have to do it. If you like dual comms, and if you know other people that you do enjoy, like, fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you don't know anybody else that plays the games you do, don't stress it. It's a point that you can use, but you don't have to. 5, a good mic. Please have at least, I'm not going to say like a super expensive mic, because like that's what Ninja has. He's got like a $100 and something mic, or $50 mic. That it's just a mic, not even a headset. But I want to stress that that is not the only thing you can do. I have a headset, and it's extremely clear. You know, it does not have to be the top of the line $200. Wow, if I don't have this, everybody's going to be making fun of me kind of thing. You know, have somebody else, maybe upload it to your channel first. Have somebody else, like, message a commentator from this channel and ask them what they think of your mic. If they say, you know, you should probably get a better one, then it might not be a good idea to start submitting things to Game Reviews and More. You'll probably be better off just waiting and getting a better mic first. And that will ensure that you're not having to worry about people downvoting you because of your mic. 6 things. Do sound checking. Like, there's certain things that you can control. Fans going in the background, TV in the background, playing something completely different, music in the background, things like that is what we're talking about here. We're not talking about, you know, something that we can't avoid, like a dog barking. For some reason depending on where you live, there's gunshots going around. We're not expecting you to be able to control that, and that's not what we're getting at here. 7, have your own style. Very important. Ninja's is unfortunately being a dick, and it's something that I kind of resent him for, but that's not the point of this. But yeah, don't copy other people's stuff. That's the next one, and it goes with that 7th one. You don't want to be stealing somebody else's kind of gameplay or commentary style just to try and make yourself look cool. Do what you always do. That's what I want to stress here. Is if it's not really something you've thought of, but somebody else came up with it and you're using it, especially if you're not giving them credit for originally coming up with the style, although I'd prefer if you don't use it at all, then that's kind of what we're talking about here. You know, I kind of stole some stuff from Stephen Larson, but I've kind of turned it into, or Stephen Larson of Machinima Respawn, I guess I should mention, completely say. I've stolen some stuff from them, yeah, but I've turned it into my own kind of thing. It's separate from what they did. I've turned it into my own kind of thing. And so that's what that's about. Next one, don't be nervous. This is important. Because if you're just going to be saying, okay, I'm going to record this, but I'm not sure if I'm ready, don't record it. Take some time, get some practice out before, and then when you feel you're confident, ready for it, then you can come up with it. And that goes along with the next one. Prepare for your commentaries. Don't come out with the topic that you don't like. Don't just wing a discussion. That's not good. Because what's going to happen more than likely is you're going to end up blathering on about something nobody really cares about, and we're trying to avoid that. We're trying to make your stuff interesting to the general public, especially to us as your peers like it. And we think you're doing a good job, then you're likely doing a good job. If we don't think you're doing a good job, well, obviously there's some room for improvement, and obviously none of us are perfect at this stuff. There's always room for improvement, and it just becomes the question of how do I improve? Who can tell me what the best way to improve is? Don't worry. As long as you're prepared for it, you'll do fine. And if we can tell you're prepared, hey, you've at least tried. You know, it's not like you're just coming on and saying, oh, well, here's my opinion on such and such, and now here's my opinion on something completely different. That's kind of showing that you're just not paying tons of attention. Expect negative feedback. Not everybody's going to like your stuff. This is a fact. There will be a bunch of people that don't necessarily enjoy what you're doing. They might not like the game style. They might not like the way you're commentating. They might just not like you. You know? This is just something that's going to happen. Not everybody you meet in real life likes you either. And the same kind of concept carries over. Now, this is my detailed stats thing. It shows me like my DPS and such. Make some friends. Friends are nice. Yeah, because then you can use them for dual commentaries. But again, if you don't know anybody that likes that same kind of game that you do, don't stress it. Just meet new. There doesn't have to be somebody that plays the same style of games or anything. Sometimes it can work just by finding new people. And you can find some common ground. More than likely, this is what's going to happen for you. Is that you'll find somebody from Game Reviews and More that you really like, or, you know, somewhere else, that you really like and you want to be friends with, and what you do is you just, you know, be friends with them. Get to know them. Talk with them. And eventually you'll find something that you have in common. You guys can play that kind of game. Add emotion. Yes, important. Don't just do monotone. A lot of people just treat it like a job. And that's really not what you want to do. This is something you're supposed to be enjoying. Show it. Don't just talk like this the entire time. Nobody likes this. You want to bring yourself out into this to make it yours, unique. 14. Know your games. Now, this one has a little bit of leeway room because obviously if you're going to be doing a first-time commentary, you can't do it while knowing your game. Yes, you can know some facts about it, but you don't know everything about it. So I'm not going to stress this one. This one's kind of iffy because it varies from person to person. And as such, like I said, I'm not even going to worry about stressing it. It's there, but it's not a very big issue. No eating during videos. Please don't. There's no reason to be eating during videos, especially if you're going to record this and put it up on. Especially if you're doing it like on Game Reviews and More. Yeah, see, this will happen often too as well. If you're going to put something up on Game Reviews and More or any other community channel, you want this to be some of your best work. You don't want this to just be, oh, yeah, I was hungry, so I'm deciding to eat during this. No, you want to engage them. You don't want to turn them away from the beginning. Try and keep them there, even if that means you have to wait a minute to eat. Ninja included an optional 16, that's a personal thing for him, is basically, if you sound like a little kid, please don't.
Avast virus database has been updated.
See, this is another one of the, if you heard that, it's my Avast thing, that's another little thing that you really can't control, except that happens at all times of the day. But, he said if basically what he said in a lot ruder manner, but the heart of what he's saying is, if you sound like a prepubescent child, please don't do a commentary. And like I said, that's a thing that he says. I'm not a it depends for me. I try not to discriminate, but it can be important to some people, and that can result in some negative feedback. And then the last one is something I'm adding is, you don't have to be a dick to stand out. You can do your own thing, your own way, and not have to be rude to everybody. Honestly, it's not. I don't know where it's actually required to be mean to somebody in order to be popular, to be big, and that's my take on all of that. Now, there's some things that you have to follow. There's some things you don't have to follow. These are my opinions on what you should do and what you shouldn't do. You don't have to necessarily take my word for it, but you know what? You can. You know, it's up to you. You can listen to what we say, or you can think, you know what, I'm good. That's fine too, because this is your thing. So like me, I forgot to talk about my my console stuff. What we want from console gamers is a lot of it's the same thing. You know, there's some bits that are obviously just going to apply to PC gamers, but in general, just if it will apply for both. And I want that's something I definitely want cleared up, that you don't have to feel bad if you are a console gamer. A lot of PC gamers will look down on you. This is unfortunately a kind of a sad fact about PC gamers, that we believe we're so great, or a lot of us do at least. I used to be that way, but I play on my 360 a lot lately, and I find it fun. The only really thing I can suggest is record in HD, and you know what, that'll actually go for PC gamers as well. We don't like necessarily seeing content that if we want to stretch it to the edges of our screen, be all fuzzy. We want to see something that's high. If we want, we can see it in high quality. But if we don't, you know, we can watch it low quality. That's the nice thing, is that this will get recording it in high quality gives you this ability to switch between them. And I think that's actually everything I wanted to cover this time. Yeah, that's everything I wanted to cover. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video, because this is a community channel. We, the commentators, do this because we enjoy it, but we know you guys enjoy it too. And without you guys, we would not be here. You know, for me, feel free to message me on anything. I've got my contact info on my channel. I am more than happy to play with any of you guys. I don't have Xbox Live Gold right now, so I can't play Xbox with you guys. But I will, if you do have a PC that can do like Team Fortress 2 or some of the other basic-y free games, I am more than happy to play with you. For the last time, I think, for now, assuming I didn't forget something else, this is RogerDeath signing off for Game Reviews and More.